Hey guys, how's it going? This is Dave and welcome to a new episode of Jumpstart. Let's get started right away with the latest design challenge results, and that's for Videogame09 and Combat09. This is our first dual design challenge and it's probably one of the best ones we've had so far. A lot of great entries, way more great entries than the top 5 list we're going to narrow down for each category. You can search for any of these levels by searching for Videogame09 or Combat09 as one word in the play browser. So let's get started with Videogame09. Coming in at number 5 was Bowser's Castle by Truman Benedict. Gary 1 loved the huge Bowser creation in it and the computer throne room. Dragonstorm said Bowser's Castle is big as always, and he kind of wondered how long Bowser spent making all these castles in the Mario games. Cameo Cool thought this was stunning. It was the best level he's ever seen, and I quote, "Most of the time I was dying because I almost smashed the keyboard on my face hoping to wake up from this amazing dream." Wow, that's the best quote we've ever had. Coming in at number 4 is the Ocarina of Time Hyrule Castle by Dragonstorm. Tamblue thought this had a great nostalgic feel to it. The level of attention, especially to the background, was something that designers don't often offer in their levels. Munchie365 thought this was his favorite level, particularly because he loves exploring levels, and he thought it was an amazing, huge environment. Stolen ID said even though this isn't a 100% adaptation, it was really well done for atmosphere and he truly liked it. At number 3, we've got Choco Mountain by Nathan, with a lot of ones in his name. Levian said, "I am a huge Mario Kart fanatic, and when Nathan posted this level in the forums, he started up atmosphere as fast as he could, saw the screenshot, and went bananas." Munchie said this was an accurate recreation of the original. Frodo loved the atmosphere, and Stolen ID said it had a little bit of everything, some racing, some combat, some power-ups, and of course treasure collecting. At number 2, we've got The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess Arbiter's Grounds by Super Crazy. Tamblue said that Super Crazy made this level by going back and forth between the Nintendo Wii to the computer. It had a nice challenge and some lengthy gameplay. Dragonstorm loved the original and the real game. It's a very big sand temple, so it fit really well with the Sandcastle theme pack and atmosphere. Edak Onag said this is Super Crazy's 3rd level, but he already shows great promise in level designing. It was a fun and accurate recreation of one of his favorite video games. And coming in at number 1 overwhelmingly was Frogger by Chillin' Guy. Ad said this was an awesome recreation. He used to be addicted to this game. Saku said it made him think he was playing Frogger all over again. Jack Rackham said it doesn't matter how hard it was the perfect Frogger recreation. And Memphiston said probably the best game recreation on atmosphere. The gameplay was cool even if it was a short level, and gave it a 9.5 out of 10. So moving right along to the Combat09 Design Challenge winners. At number 5, we've got Battle Arena Icy by Dragonstorm. Tamblue said it's a 10-minute arena survival challenge where the gameplay kept on getting more challenging as the level progressed. He loved how it kept on getting harder and harder as more enemies were added into the mix. Ad said this is a great example of how atmosphere is ideal for multiplayer map creation, and the ice theme was pulled off perfectly. At number 4, we've got Lecky's Mooka Boss Assassination by Lecky1982. Edak Onag said this was probably one of the most original levels in the contest since it was puzzle-based combat, and it was also one of the best looking levels as well. Duckmaster said it was a true assassination attempt and it was extremely challenging. Coming in at number 3, we've got Cave of Doom by TraceGuy509. Frodo said this level was really fun and had a great feel to it. And Atmo Titan said it actually felt you were trapped in the cave full of doom. And he loved how the keys were hidden in the walls. And he also loved the final boss room at the end and thought everyone should play this level. At number 2, we've got Attack of the Mookas by Scary101. Levian thought there were others that were like this level, but he loved it because it had a great plot and the gameplay was amazing. WeFan Jr. said it was simply the best game that Scary101 has ever made, and he really liked all the different challenges. Sudi606 said this was fantastic and showed all the possibilities of using the Mooka tribe. And Lemon said it kept him entertained throughout the entire level, and something he didn't see too often was the fantastic use of all the different blocks and props that Scary101 used. And topping the list at number 1 is Monster Hunter Extreme by Young Link. Tamblue liked that it included all the old enemies like the crabs, crows, and skulls. FableBoy79 said it was pretty easy, fun, and his brother was going crazy next to him trying to take over and join the fun. Edak Onag thought it was an awesome concept, the combat was fun, and the visuals were amazing. Memphiston loved the level geography, and Dragonstorm loved exploring to find all the different secrets. So congratulations to all the winners and participants of the Videogame09 and Combat09 design challenges. And now it's time to announce our next design challenge, which is the Jump09 contest. Now recently we made some changes to the jump power that lets you change the parameters of how much jump power it gives you. And this leads to some really cool creative possibilities and level design ideas that really haven't been fully explored yet. So the idea with this theme is to make a level that's primarily based around the jump power-up. So maybe it can be a huge level where you're collecting dozens of jump power-ups to reach greater and greater heights. So for example, in Super Jump Land 4, many of the jump power-ups have much smaller values than the default jump power of 10. Maybe they're like 2 or 5 or something like that, and that requires the player to explore more and collect more of them to progress further and further in the level. Vin Diablo's World of Treasures is another great example. This is a huge level that uses jump power-up collecting to great effects. Or maybe you want to do something completely different, like a trap or puzzle where your jump power decreases. You can decrease it to where the character can't jump at all, which leads to some pretty interesting ideas and scenarios. Entering the contest is easy. Just upload a new level that fits this concept and make sure to add Jump09 as one word in your title somewhere. When the deadline passes, we'll have a vote on the Atmosphere forums for the best levels, and I'll announce the winners in a future Jumpstart episode. The deadline is Monday, June 1st, so you'll have a little over 3 weeks to complete your entries. Oh yeah, and we have a little extra incentive this time. The top 3 levels are going to get some additional Atmos added to their accounts. So number 1, the number 1 level is going to get 1,000 Atmos. Number 2 will get 500 Atmos, and 3rd place will get 250. So get started and good luck on that. Alright, so finally, earlier this week I announced on Twitter that we were going to have some big announcements today, and the forums were all abuzz about what that might be. And basically it comes down to this. We all know that Atmosphere is a great 3D design tool. It's really easy and quick to make really cool levels and be able to upload those and share them with your family, friends, and the rest of the world. And we're going to continue making that a great process and just adding more goodies into your toolbox to make really cool and compelling levels. So yeah, we're going to add stuff like scripting and triggers. We're going to add stuff like non-playable characters and dialogue, and more theme packs and blocks that you can use. That's definitely coming on the way. But at the same time, you know, the play experience of Atmosphere needs to be up to that same level, and we don't feel it's quite there yet. So there's no real incentive right now to reach the finish flag in a level except for your own personal enjoyment. And you don't really have an imprint in the Atmosphere world or competition except for adding stars in levels or posting your own thoughts in the comments. And so we're going to be taking a lot of the month of May to be focused on a lot of player-focused initiatives and try to get it to the same level that we feel the design mode's at. And one of the big things for that is going to be online leaderboards for every level. So when you play a level now, your score is going to be recorded, and if you're in the top 10 or 20, we're not sure how many we can fit yet, you will be recorded on that level's leaderboards, and so you can compete with your friends and other Atmosphere players around the world for the best time. So if you think you're the best player at Super World of Platforms 3, now you'll be able to prove it. Now what's cool about this from the design side of things is designers will be able to weigh certain elements and rules of their level to come up with a final leaderboard score. So you can give bonuses and change the multipliers for leftover lives in a level, leftover seconds or time in a level, and the final score to balance what you feel is the most important things that should be ranked in your own level. So that's cool. And in addition, we're going to have this little mini profile that appears throughout the level, throughout the game, that is sort of your little gamer card, like Xbox 360 has those little gamer cards. Well, that's sort of what this is. It's your little mini profile, and it gives shows a little picture of you, and also shows your win-loss record, how many levels you've won and lost, as well as showing gold, silver, and bronze medals. Basically, if you've ranked number 1, 2, or 3 in the leaderboards in any different levels. And this is going to appear at the top of your page for your own profile, but also when you roll over other people's names in the Play browser, you'll be able to see what their ranking is and how they look, and you'll be also able to add friends. We're going to have a friends system where you'll be able to see your latest friends' designs. When they add new levels, you'll be able to see those, as well as compete with them and see their records and try to beat them as well. So again, these are pretty player-focused initiatives, and we're not going to, it's going to take a while, so it's going to take most of the month of May probably to do a lot of this stuff. And we have some, this is just the tip of the iceberg. There's a lot of other stuff coming, so stay tuned for that. But don't expect as many updates throughout May. There's probably going to be a very big one coming towards the end of the month or early next month. Now at the same time, designers, don't worry, we haven't forgotten about you. I'll say one thing. Forest Treehouse, rivers, and waterfalls are on the way, and a piranha, I think, as well, that's going to chase you through that. So that's all. I've said enough for today. Thanks guys so much for watching, and have a great day.